Hello everybody, Martin here, back with round 4 of this Legacy League, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils on the draw for this game 1 here, and we get this hand. This hand actually lets us do something a little bit funky. If we go turn 1 Misty top, then turn 2 we can brainstorm the Empty the Warrens on top of our library and like cast it that way. I guess like we could also save the top to get an extra storm count. I don't know. Let's see. Depends on what we're up against. We're going to keep this hand anyways. This hand is like fairly soft to a chalice for one. Just say it is extremely soft. They go island go. I think we're not going to play the top here. Like, unfortunately, Island Go indicates like one of two decks, and none of those decks we particularly like are decks that we really want Empty the Warrens against. Being either combo deck or Miracles. Empty the Warrens is pretty decent against Miracles, but well, we're just going to pass here. We're not going to play the turn 1 top. So let's see. What are you playing, my good man? Floodstrand. Alright. So the problem here is if they are playing Miracles, they could be sitting on like Brainstorm Terminus, in which case our goblins are going to be like horrible, be a horrible end. It's tough, right? I honestly don't know if I'm supposed to do this. Oh, oops, that was wrong. There we go. We're supposed to fetch first because we want to be able to put the empty back and use the mana. All that jazz. I guess actually this is kind of nice, as it allows us to probe and see what we're up against before we just go completely all in. Let's do that. Let's probe now before we play the top. Right. So are we dead if so like they will go untap. Well, I guess they will brainstorm. Then they will go untap, cast Burning Wish for show and tell. I guess. Then they will take a bunch of goblin hits, untap, go show and tell, show omniscience, and kill us with whatever they have found with the brainstorm. I still don't know if that happening is enough of a reason to not do what we're trying to do here. Tricky. Actually, hang on. They could also have like Pyroclasm in their sideboard. That requires more mana though. So we will do that on one turn. Well, this sucks. Actually, I think now that I think about it, I don't think the Empty Thorns are gonna get there. So sad as it is. Couple therapy. Couple therapy works here. Draw that. Pass the turn. That way, like, we can still do the. You can still do the old MT plan, but now with double therapy, so that's a whole lot better. Guess, like, if they find Chantel off this brainstorm, we're just dead anyway, so that's true, regardless of whether or not we would have made a bunch of goblets this turn. They have to respect the fact that we could be like Bug Delver, or like a Force of Will / Daze deck. Would be kind of. I don't think Bug Delver tends to run Gataxian Probe, and like not doing anything but cantripping for 2 turns is a little bit suspicious if you're thinking you're up against Delver, but let's just pause every now and again. Ugh. Unmatching islands. Okay, so they didn't find show and tell, so that's awesome. So their hand is Omniscience, Force, Show and Tell, and 2 cards. I don't know. So the question then becomes: do we Force of Will first, or sorry, do we go with therapy before the ritual? If we ritual and they force, actually, I think we're gonna therapy here. Okay, so they force pitching pre-rain, so their hand is Show and Tell, Omniscience, and a card we don't know. So unless that card is Spell Pierce or Force of Will, I think we've got them here. Them having Brainstorm would also really be annoying, because then they can Brainstorm response to therapy and like kill us next turn. Alright, let's play the Sensei's top. Let's play out all the LEDs. And let's just look at the top, because if we find a tutor, we just have the kill. We don't though, so well, this is effectively a kill. Let's sack this for red and draw. We get to cast these. And make 18 goblins. Flashback the therapy. And show and tell. So, and their blast card in hand is a land, so they only had show and tell missions anyway. So they would have to draw like Brainstorm, and then find both another show and tell and like something to use the missions for. Okay, so we're up a game. That's pretty neat. We want the Flusterstorms. Sadly, we don't have Xantid Swarm, which is just my favorite card in this matchup. I guess we kind of want the Crozen Grip, although like them resolving an Omniscience ever is probably the end of us. We don't want to empty the warrants, in spite of it just saving our bacon here, or acting as the kill spell. I guess I don't know, maybe the Croson Grip is just too loose. Actually, yeah, it is. Out with that. And also, again, out with the Chrome Mox. There was a time when I would always like cut a land versus combo, and I'm not saying that's incorrect. 14 lands might be correct, but I just don't like choking on lands. We're going to keep this because of the top. They keep 7 as well. So they lead off with the old island into cantrip. Hopefully they don't get a kill next turn already. That'd be kind of sad for us. They top both of the cards, so that's kind of scary. But we don't really have avenues of attack here, so let's just go with the top. Don't expect to be running into days here, so I'm not playing out the pedal. There was a time when like Show and Tell X would be running dazes. I remember that, like Sneak and Show, maybe like 2.5, 3 years ago. But I haven't seen dazes in like, yeah, like forever. All right. Burning Wish? Yeah. Man, I would, well, I hate playing Burning Wish, like, against therapy decks, so let's, look here. Our upkeep. So, there is, ew, oh, hang on, there's a duress, so that's nice. I think we're gonna take, we're going to take the island and then brainstorm into the duress. And then duress off the pedal. Hope that that's enough. Oh, and there's a therapy. I think I like therapy a bit more. Or do I? Like, no, actually, I want the dress and then I'll use the therapy next turn. So let's put back a tutor. Let's put back the therapy. And yeah, I mean, if they're able to force this duress, then I guess we likely just die. But them forcing might, like, the blue card it cost them might be the blue card, like, might be the omniscience they were saving. They're pausing on the stack, which might mean that they have, like, days, but no. I can't see a world where they would force the pedal, as the pedal just enable something like a force and get a 2-for-1. Okay, so they have Pierce, double Cunning Wish, Show and Tell, and Strand. And so let's see, they preordained, and then they drew, and then they fetched. So they don't know the top of their library. So what do we take here? I guess we take the force, then next turn we brainstorm, and then they pierce that, and then we therapy their Cunning Wishes, and then they're left with Show and Tell on the land and whatever they draw. And if they don't pierce the brainstorm though, then I'm not so happy. So maybe I was supposed to take the show and tell here and then just deal with the force of will later. I actually like that more now that about it. They can still pierce the brainstorm next turn, in which case we get to therapy them, take the force, and then have like a combo in next turn with the stuff in our hand. I'll say a combo in. I mean, that's not guaranteed, but looking pretty solid. Well, okay, that's interesting. So kind of annoying that we can't fluster here because we don't have the blue mana. So we're going to put back Flusterstorm and have that floating on top, along with one tutor, I think. Just pass the turn. We're not going to therapy here. They'll pierce it, and yeah, it's not so good. So they can end up turn Cunning Wish for something here, but I don't think they have a way to get to the to show and tell immediately. They would have to Cunning Wish for Intuition and then do the Intuition next turn. And even so, like, they still don't have anything shown to put into play with show and tell. But that is, regardless of that, that is what they're doing. Okay, so they're just passing. So let's see here. We would love to see a land. That's the third card down. Don't though, okay. Oh. So what's the play here? So we can just take the Dark Ritual, leave the Flusterstorm on top, and then be ready to fluster, I guess. So what does that leave us with? So we therapy, they spell pierce. We fluster the spell pierce. They won't be able to Cunning Wish anymore, or like Intuition, because they won't have the mana for it. They'll have 2 mana left, so they can, and Flusterstorm will have like it'll be the third spell, so they'll need to pay 3. I think I like that. Maybe I needed to be drawing the Flusterstorm though instead of the Dark Ritual, but I think this is sort of a nice play. So here you pierce, right? I guess the problem is, like, that leaves them with both an Intuition and a Cunning Wish in their hand on the turn we want to be comboing off. And yeah, like, so they could Intuition on in response to Infernal Tutor and grab like 3 Force of Wills, or they could Cunning Wish for like a Flusterstorm. They need another mana for the Cunning Wish to work, unless they are packing something like a Surgical Extraction that could hamper us, or like Mindbreak Trap. So yeah, this is kind of tense. I'm not sure. Let's see. They are really tanking. So if they don't respond, I think I'm gonna name Force. Oh, okay. So that's annoying, I guess. So their hand is Intuition, Cunning Wish, Pierce, and a Force of Will right now. And like a fifth card, I don't know. So they're likely to brainstorm and then just let therapy resolve and hide whatever they think we're gonna name. So if we draw with the top here and fluster this, it will be flustered, but then they can pierce the therapy. I don't like that though. I wish there was some way to like induce the pierce with their brainstorm on the stack so that we can fluster both of them. Guess they could pay for one though, because there would be 4 copies of Flusterstorm. They'd have to be 2/2, and then they could pay for one with their 2 mana. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see, does this resolve? It does. Guess I name Force of Will. Ah, shoot. Okay, so their hand is Intuition, Cunning Wish, Pierce, Top, Emrakul, Tarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's the Tarn. So I'd really love to see a land. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to brainstorm at end of turn here. Because, like, yeah, no, maybe not. Like, if I do brainstorm and I don't hit a land, then I need to probably activate top on my upkeep. And then even if I do find a land, then it doesn't really matter. Because, yeah, we'll be like a mana short from the land we tapped on upkeep. Ugh. So is there a way we can get to natural tendrils here? Because that would be kind of sweet. Guess we go tendrils and then draw the Flusterstorm this time. This Bayou is really like hampering us right now because if it were blue mana, we could at least like both cast Brainstorm and have Flusterstorm open. So I think I'm gonna risk it here and Brainstorm. I guess that would be a tempting Pierce target. Okay, so there's a land that we wanted. Let me just think here. Is there any way we can get to lethal tendrils? They have force of will. So they have intuition, cunning wish, pierce, top, emrakul, and then the force that they drew. So they were going to intuition for show and tell, I guess. But that still doesn't let them, like, show and tell emrakul isn't that scary. I think we can't really go off profitably this turn because if we Dark Ritual off the Bayou even with the Underground Sea in play, they are very likely to like fight over that. Because Pierce takes care of the Dark Ritual. If they Pierce and we Fluster, then they can force. I don't know. I might be too conservative here, but I think I'm gonna just put back the rules, play the Underground Sea, they go, and hope that like this Fluster will get to. The question is if, like, whether or not we Fluster here. Fluster it so they can pierce one, they can force the other, and but then they can't do anything else. I guess they know what's on top of their library too. Actually, we are gonna fight over this. Alright, yep, same targets. Not really sure what there is to think about here. No, nothing. So, they don't get to shuffle. I guess they can just fetch. They choose not to. So they drew the second card they hid, which was going to be shuffled away with the intuition. So that's interesting. So that was the show and tell that they were going to be shuffling away. Not sure they really thought that through. Because unless I'm missing something. No, I'm not missing that. Because then they were in intuition for omniscience, I guess. Okay, well, I mean, this puts some amount of pressure on us here, because that means Emrakul is coming to town. We won't put in anything. We have to hope to be able to get there on this turn. Guess we need a discard spell here. We definitely don't need like another tutor effect. So it's kind of gross. Alright, well, let's start off with a Dark Ritual. Well, that's kind of bad. They can pierce our Cabal Ritual. What did they? Yeah, they pitched Cunning Wish. So their hand is Pierce and Top. So what's our plan here? I don't think we have a plan, honestly. Oh, actually, no, wait, we do, right? Yeah. We do have a plan. Because we can cast Cabal Ritual, and then we can, like with LED in play, they'll pierce. We pay the 2 from LED, so we get 6 mana and we get to draw a tutor, but no, because Tendrils is in our hand. Would that have been enough though? So we're at 2 now, Pierce is 3, Ritual 4, LED 5, the tutor is 6, another tutor is 7, so yeah, not really. Oh man, close though, but no cigar. They're wondering if they should be piercing this. I'd be very surprised if they do. Oh man, big mistake. They fetch, so we get Cabal Ritual in response. Oh man, that's swell. All right, now what, bub? I don't know. Maybe it's the same. Does that add up to the same? So we will have 3 floating plus 3 from the LED. So, like, where does that leave us? I guess it leaves us needing, like, still needing 1 mana, right? So the question is, do we activate top here? It's like we have 5, that's 8, so that's 6 floating after the Infernal Tutor. They pierce the Infernal Tutor, so we'll have 4 floating. Well, we're sort of priced into doing this in any case, so let's sack this for red. Let's just wait and see when they pierce. Like, our out, I guess, is to activate Sensei's top and hope that the top 3 cards shows us either an LED, a Dark Ritual, or a Cabal Ritual. I mean, there's still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 of those cards left. So we would have 5, 5 becomes like 6, 7. Yeah, we have to take the Past in Flames here, and I think we have to look. We could also just play the Past in Flames first, and then like hope they get greedy and don't notice that we have a direct yard. Yeah, no. So they're not stupid. So actually, yeah, Cabal Ritual is off the table actually. Oh, I just made a big punt. Big punt. I was supposed to take. I was supposed to look first, for sure, because now. Well, that was just really stupid because now like Cabal Ritual and LED is off the table. I think we just draw blindly. Hope they had Probe or Cabal Ritual or Dark Ritual. We don't, but we hit a land though. Forgot about that possibility. So it's a little bit late here. I'm not going to make that my apology, but it is. So maybe that factored into me actually forgetting that I had like a lot of outs, and then I just punted in the dark. So yeah, that was dumb. But we win, so that's so awesome. Oops. Storm is 9, so guess better lucky than good, I think is the old adage. Alright, awesome. Well, got there by the scruff of our necks, the skin of our teeth. Thanks for watching. That was me playing ad nauseam against Burning Grixis, Omni, whatever. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with the last video. Thanks for watching.